Hello YouTubers. Today we'd like to talk about CSGO and the Overwatch feature. And yes, this is my debut video as far as YouTube goes, as far as speaking goes. So I have a scratchy voice, I have a weird voice, so not much I can do, and I'm going to probably say a lot of ums and ifs, and I don't know. I'm going to goof it up somehow. So if you don't like it, then stop watching, don't worry about it. Uh, but if you have a little bit of tolerance and you can bear with me, then please do. Alright, the Overwatch thing. I saved this particular evidence file on this suspect because I want to talk about the difference between a wall hack and using your ears to tell where an enemy's at. Let's get right into it while I'm talking. This starts off in a warm-up. I'm going to fast forward through that. You go to Shift and F2 and you bring up this little advanced frame thing and whatever where you can speed up things and slow down things. I'm going to speed them up a lot while I'm talking until we get to the actual match. This guy, I'm not quite sure why he was put in here. It could be wall hacking, could be aimbotting, but we're going to find out. I've already looked at this video several times, and I just want this warm-up to end. Alright, so now we're getting close to that warm-up. There's a video on YouTube by a YouTuber called TheWarOwl, all one word, no spaces. TheWarOwl. I'll either edit his video, part of it, into this, or I'll link to it somewhere it'll be in here. I want to talk about his explanation of where you can hear sounds. I think that was the title of the video. It's something close to that, if not. And I want to take that into reference to this video that I'm trying to do here. I want to show that maybe sometimes people can misinterpret wall hacks when a person is basically only using their ears. They're not exactly wall hacking at all, and what they're doing is they're using their ears. Now here's, I guess I'll stop it a few times. Here's a couple guys. One guy's coming up, this other guy's ignoring. So as far as wall hacks go, this is a very mundane one anyway. He's not seeing the guy, Notice crosshair is not on the guy. A little bit there. Yeah, I did tick him a little bit. But he moved on, and now he became visible and then he moved. Now he could be faking it, but let's move on. There's other ones than this. He does a long pause here, looking down this corridor, which, you know, he could be watching these guys over here and they're advanced, but we'll see what happens. Now he starts to move, and these two other guys are going to cross this window eventually. That was a pretty good shot, but the guy was already lit. Goes and peeks out here, comes back. Now, is he watching these two guys through the wall or not? Because I think he's probably put in here for wall hacking, but let's just take a look. He is leading that guy. I don't know. Now, here's one that, well, he knows two guys are on the ground. So here's one that looks like a wall hack. He sees the one guy going to the right, ignores him, shoots the guy on the left. But now he knows this guy. Now look, he tracks him. But is it a track, or was he just following where he knew the guy was going to be? That's iffy, and you're supposed to presume innocence instead of guilt. So let's presume, give him the benefit of the doubt, and see what happens. Speed up. Alright, now here's a guy to his left. Does he zoom in on him automatically? No. He pops out first, and then he comes in and starts shooting him. So either he's faking it pretty darn good. Oh, wouldn't you know, if fire trucks have to re-rolling by. Now, that guy is below, and he doesn't know. I think that guy goes up after this. He doesn't know that the guy went up. Still looking for the guy below. Now, he doesn't know he's up. Now, the guy's already up, and he's still looking below. He's still shooting down there. Now, could be faking it, and as soon as he pops out, he shoots him. Alright, so he's either really good, or he's faking it really good. Now, this guy's making noise to his right, so he knows he's there. He's ignoring him. Let's continue on, because there's better examples than this. I don't want to make this too long a video. Now, I think their bomb planting is successful, and he runs away. And I want to show you something when he runs away, if I can remember correctly. And he's goofing around, goofing around. Alright, now he starts to run away. Notice he had a friendly running this way. You can hear the friendly's footsteps. Listen. Coming out of Palace, you can hear the footsteps. Watch what he does. He flips around because he hears footsteps, and he zooms in on his buddy. Now, that wasn't has nothing to do with wall hack. He just heard the footsteps. So let's continue on. Here's where he makes one mistake. He's doing his corners well. He's aiming where he needs to be or where he wants to be. Now watch this. Smoke pops up, but watch. He's going to see this guy before the smoke pops up. He saw him split second. Now, it's very close, but he saw him for a split second. He's still aiming in that direction. Now watch over on the right-hand side, over here. You'll be seeing two enemies come. And here's one coming after him. But he's going to ignore that in favor of going back after this guy. And as a result of it, he's going to get shot in the back. So, wall hack, well, he's a good faker if he's doing that. And we're speeding it up. Get to the next scene. Get up even more. Let's see what else we got here. I don't remember them all. I've watched this several times already. And he's checking his corners and he's doing what he needs to do. So, all this stuff... Now, there's a lot of people pre-fire different things. Very hard to both comment and make a video at the same time by adjusting it. Now here's one that's very suspicious to me. Not this guy, but people behind him. Now he hears noises behind him. It shouldn't be on his map yet. He's looking this way and over here. So maybe one of his guys over here is telling him that enemies are coming. So there is guys over on this side. Oh wait, those are the enemies themselves. I wonder if there's a hack that uses maps. Because watch this. Starts tracking these guys. Splitting the difference between both of them. There is footsteps, barely. Now that is a very good pre-fire. Now that's very suspicious to me, but well, again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, at least for this video. I might go back and rewatch this all over again before I make a final determination. Speed it back up. Now here's one. Well, he turned too quick, but there's an enemy behind him that he should have saw if he was wall hacking. Now there's the enemy. He should have saw him, and he dies as a result of it. So with that TheWarOwl thing, I'll edit that in to this video if I can. If I can, I'll just add it on. If I can't do that, I'll just give you a link. Now look, guy to his left. Does he see him? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even look. Now he's turning for a flash to avoid the flash. He doesn't turn for the guy. Now he sees the guy and turns. Very good snapshot. Is he tracking that guy? I don't know. Maybe. I'll come back and I'll review it. But that's not the one I'm trying to get at anyway. Notice how he looked down just then for his enemy. He heard, or his friendly. He heard his friendly's feet underneath him. He looked down. Speed this up. I don't think too much happens. Oh, here, yeah. One more thing happens. Now listen. Footsteps. You can hear the footsteps coming in. He's zooming in over here. Now that could be just listening to the footsteps. Footsteps is 40% of this game. If you're not using a headset or surround sound speakers and trying to listen for footsteps, you're missing out on very much of this game. So let's speed this up. I don't think any... Oh yeah, one more thing. And, a friendly could have told him that somebody was coming through connector there, so I'm not worried about that one. I think it is round 1-5 where he does something interesting. I think that's the round I want to get to. See what he does here. He's shooting in the smoke, but ignoring this guy to the right of the boxes. Let's see what else he does. Now there's a guy in the smoke. He turns his back to the guy. Throws a flash. It's probably just a blind flash. Flashes himself and his friends. There's a guy going to Palace. I don't know where this is going to go, I forget. But he hears him. He can hear that guy going to Palace. He can also see him. Listen, can we hear the footsteps? There's that footstep. I don't know. This one's another iffy one. He could have known that the guy was going to Palace either through his friends or by ears, but this one does look a little bit suspicious to me. Speed it up a bit. Watch this though. He flashes him successfully, and the guy is visible if he was still standing on the box. But he lets him go, but yet he comes back to finish him off. Very good pre-fire, but possible. It's in the realm of possibility. Speed it up again. This is really the one I wanted to get to. And he knows there's an enemy there. His friendly already saw him. And this ain't the part that I want to get to. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Now his friend's up there. You can probably see a red question mark up there. A red enemy. Does try to shoot, but his friendly's in the way. Shoots at that guy. Hears that guy. Or knows he's there somehow. Don't forget, you got friendlies telling him where enemies are, and on his map he can see the red question marks and stuff like that from whatever his friendlies see. So you got to take that into account when you're considering a wall hack. Here's the part that I wanted to get to. I think we got it coming up soon anyway. I think this guy coming from way over here is the guy that we want. Kills that guy. And this guy's coming in. That's the guy we want. See him coming in? He's by the bomb. I'm going to slow it down now. Watch this. The guy doesn't stop at the bomb. But his footsteps are... You can hear his footsteps. And so could this guy. The suspect can hear this guy's footsteps. He knows somebody's there. Doesn't know exactly where. He's not exactly tracking him yet. Now watch. Footsteps. Ladder sound. As soon as he hears the ladder, then he turns. He doesn't turn first. He waits for the ladder sound first and then turns. Now the guy's making more footstep noise. The guy knows, the suspect knows there's somebody out there. Watch this. Watch the track. Now this is a technique. You point towards the sound. But look at the guy. He's way over here. And when he sees him, then he turns and shoots. That was the one I wanted to get to. I'm going to skip past all the rest because I don't want to make this video too long. But I will edit in the TheWarOwl's video to this area. If I can do it. If I can, I'll link to it. And I'm going to show you, I think it starts at 112 in the video that I'm talking about, where you can hear sound. Where the recommendation is to point towards the sound. And try to track the sound left or right that way. So that guy could have been using his ears instead of a wall hack, even though it looked like, if you're not paying attention to where like friendlies are informing him, or voice communications within the game telling them, or especially a lot of people do not use their ears in this game, which is a shame because it's 40% of the game in my opinion, like a great deal of it. You got to use your ears in this game. If you don't have a headset or surround sound speakers, you're really going to be at a disadvantage. I think some people listen to music or talk while they play the game. You're going to be at a disadvantage. You're missing out because you got to use your ears in this game. You want to kill more enemies, you want to improve your rank and scores and stuff, then use your ears. And also, in the same note of that, while I'm on the subject of bitching about it, if you're in a game with other people and you want to play seriously, and hopefully you do, just do enemy callouts. 2 enemies at long doors. 2 enemies, long doors. Thinking of Dust 2 now. Or 2 upper B. Or 1 mid. Upper mid. You know, something like that. Make the call out and then shut up. Because I have guys that talk about their skins of the weapons and opening boxes and just goofing around. And some guys have really noisy mics. And it just drowns out the sound of footsteps, which it just impairs anybody that wants to listen. You get a whole team that's impaired now. They can't hear unless you block the communications of the guy, which I often do. Because guys key up their mics, have staticky mics, just talk too much about nonsense, I just block them. I just can't. I can't do it because I got to use my ears in this game. Um, so what I'm trying to say as far as this video goes is be careful when marking someone for a wall hack. Make sure they're not either being told by their friendlies or is in sight of a friendly, which they are not in sight of, or is using their ears especially to hear the footsteps of an enemy pre-fire or just know where the enemy's at by using their ears. It might look like a track, but don't forget, they might be using their ears. And if you're not using your ears, and you don't know about how to use your ears, then don't mark it as a wall hack until you're fully sure of how to use your ears in the game. Alright, that's it for this video. Take care. Bye.